It's Esper, the jeans low head, high arms crossed kid with the black tee.
Welcome back to my channel, you guys. I know this has been a long time since I have made a video sitting down like this. I'm back with some of my favorite videos that I love to do, which are story time videos. Now I know I look a little bit different since the last time that you guys seen me. My hair is a different color and it's short, and I think that's the only different thing about me. Yeah, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter and on Instagram, I've been talking about how I wanted to change up my look for spooky season. Yes, we start to celebrate spooky season in my house on September 1st. I've been going at it strong all month. I wanted to do like a temporary change in some of my favorite colors to mess around with, or semi-permanent colors. That's one of the things that I love about being blonde, is that whenever I feel like it, I could just throw on a semi-permanent hair color. It doesn't damage my hair and it changes up my look for a little bit. This color has faded a lot and I've only washed it once. This is like a mixture of Arctic Fox Transylvania and Manic Panic Ultraviolet. I mixed those colors with some conditioner and this is what I've got. It's been about a week since I changed my hair color, and like I said, I barely washed it yesterday and it faded a lot. So we'll see how long this color sticks around for. I am planning to throw on another color just through October, and then we'll be back to the normal blonde in November. And the short hair, I hate short hair, but I don't know, sometimes stuff just gets into me, and one day I was like, you know what, fuck, I'm gonna just cut my hair. And I don't know why, because like I said, I hate short hair, but I just went in with them scissors, and then the bangs just happened earlier this week. So I don't know, the quarantine is getting to me. I don't know. Let me see. Anything? Oh, this top. So this cute ass top that you guys see right here. Sorry, I'm wearing sweats. But this cute ass top that you guys see right here, I got from a company from a friend from high school, and I'll link it down below. It's called Kanda, and it's an online boutique that my friend runs with her two sisters, and they have the cutest fucking clothes ever. That's the name of this top. I knew that I wanted to film a story time this week, and I wanted like a new shirt for it. So this is the shirt that you guys see today. So if you guys would like to go and buy this shirt, it was also available in black, but they didn't have it in my size. So I'm wearing a size small. I feel like it fits me really good. It's super cute. Shout out to Dani and her sisters, because this top cute as fuck. And let me see. I talked about the hair. I talked about the shirt. I think that's it. Oh, and then the makeup look. Okay, so I filmed this makeup look, and I should have a YouTube video up with this look already. I did a first impressions of some new makeup product that I got, and I used it with you guys, and you know, we did all that look and everything. So definitely go check out that video. I'll leave a link somewhere up here or down in the description bar so you guys could go check that out. Super cute ass simple look. I love it. I think it looks amazing. And also, I also filmed a tutorial, a TikTok tutorial on how I created this look. So if you guys want to go check me out on my TikTok, I will also link it down below. I always have all my social media linked down below so that you guys could go and friend me and follow me on whatever platform you guys want. I have Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. So follow me on all three. That would be great. Alright, you guys. So I have a little story of something that happened over this summer. It was intense. I mean, in the moment, it's very scary. I'm going to tell you guys about how over this past summer, I had to drive my baby, my Allie, into a ditch. Now, before you guys start saying, you know, women ain't good drivers and this and that, pause right there, because your girl is a good ass driver. Not to toot my own horn, toot toot, but I'm a good ass driver. I've been driving since I was 16. I'm about to be 28. So it's been a good 12 years of driving. I've never once gotten a ticket. Knock on wood. I've never been in an accident that I caused myself. I've been in two, but didn't cause them. If you guys don't know, I have this beautiful, super gorgeous 2018 Chevy Malibu. That's my baby right there. I named her Allie because of Malibu. Allie Malibu. And she was this amazing, great gift that my mom gave me on my 25th birthday. Allie is the fourth vehicle that I own. Let me tell you guys about my little vehicle history. The first car that I ever had was a car that my dad got at the flea market for like 300 bucks. and it was a little Hyundai Accent. That's her picture right here. That little car was wild. The heater didn't work, and sometimes you would have to like hit something under the car for it to turn on. We used to joke around and call it the Lambo, the Lamborghini, because it's like to make jokes about in my life. So I had that vehicle for about a year. It was just a vehicle that my dad had got for me to get to work and get back. I wasn't allowed to take it to school or anything. So my second vehicle was actually a graduation gift that I got from my dad when I graduated high school. So when I turned 18 and graduated high school, my dad bought me this gorgeous, it was either like a 2003 or a 2006, I think it might have been a 2003, Toyota Camry, and my dad got it for a steal. It was amazing, and I love that car so much. That, you know, your girl was young and immature. You know, no good deed goes unpunished. You know, you let somebody buy your car and they'll fuck it up, and that's what happened. So in that car, I had actually gotten T-boned once by some bitch ass lady, and then in that same vehicle, about like 2 years later, I got rear-ended by some guy that we were at a stoplight, and I guess he was like reaching to get a taco, and then he rear-ended me. It wasn't that bad. The first one, yeah, I hit my head and everything. I had whiplash for a few days, but my dad was able to fix up the Camry, and then I get rear-ended. And then, like I said, you know, your girl trying to be nice and shit, you know, be letting people borrow her vehicle, and then my car got totaled, and then I had no vehicle. And I had that car for a few years. It meant a lot to me, but like I said, you know, like, no good deed goes unpunished. Don't be letting people borrow your vehicles. Don't do it. It doesn't matter. Don't let them do it. They don't give a fuck about your shit. And then after my car got totaled, my dad, he got me this very crazy, huge ass Tahoe. So the picture right here, this shit, we still got that shit. It's in the backyard. I had that shit for like about a year. Oh my god. And then the gas gauge thing didn't work. My dad, he just got it because that was all we could afford at the time, and you know, he didn't have to do that shit, you know, because, you know, it was your girl's fault for letting people borrow her vehicle that it got totaled. But yeah, so I had that Tahoe for about a year. And then the greatest thing happened, and you know, my mom gave me the best fucking surprise ever and got me a brand new vehicle. And I know you guys might be thinking like it's not no big deal and shit, but to me it is, because if you guys don't know, I'm a stay-at-home parent, and you know how much you get paid for being a stay-at-home parent? $0.00. So, you know, I never thought I was gonna get a vehicle, like, especially not that nice. So when my mom, she surprised me with it, oh my gosh, I wanted to die, because it was like the best, the greatest thing ever. I'm so grateful, Mama, if you're watching this. Thank you for my car. You know how much I love it. I'm constantly texting her like, hey Mama, thank you so much for my car, because you know who else is gonna give you a brand new fucking vehicle of the year? She gave it to me in 2018. So who the fuck is gonna give you a brand new ass vehicle and say, here, just take care of it, it's yours? Like, nobody. So yeah, so as soon as I got my alley, I was like, you know what, I've learned from my mistakes. Yes, I have. I'm gonna be strict as fuck with my vehicle, and I've been like that ever since. And I got hella rules in my car: no drinking in my car, no eating in my car, no doing no crazy nothing in my car. And she's like brand new. I've done very well. So not only did I start having rules inside of the car, I became more alert and everything with my car and like with my driving. First of all, I've never owned anything this nice, and secondly, like, it means a lot to me because my mom, she gave it to me, and I love my car. It'll be 3 years in March since I got my car. As soon as I got her, how do I explain it? I'm a very cautious person. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm very paranoid. And I had to kick my cautiousness into level 100. Let me tell you guys about the tips and tricks I do to stay safe on the road. And then also some tips and tricks for you ladies to stay safe. Women watching out for women. Okay, so I wrote down these tips and tricks and shit. Some of these tips will come into play later in our story. Alright, I'm just giving you guys a little backstory, you know, setting up the, what the fuck do you call it? Setting up the scene? Setting up the, painting a picture for you guys? I don't know. Whatever it is, that's exactly what I'm doing. So I wrote down these tips. Not only am I a cautious and safe driver for myself and for my kids, because they're always with me, but I'm also a cautious and safe driver for the people around me. I could not live with myself if I was doing something stupid and I accidentally killed somebody or, you know, hit somebody. It's just, accidents happen very quickly, so you guys be cautious, be vigilant, be alert. Some of these tips and tricks into your everyday driving life, and if you already do them, I fuck with you so hard because there's a lot of stupid ass drivers out there. So my first tip is to check your rear view mirror constantly. Now this is a tip that's gonna come into play into our story later. This is a tip that saved my life. So I'm constantly, you know, looking for it. Also checking my rear view mirror constantly. Why? Because, you know, when you're checking your rear view mirror, you can see if there's anybody that's coming up behind you too fast, because some people will not slow down. They don't give a fuck. You can see if anybody's driving too crazy, or you can see like if there's a drunk driver there. No, you gotta stay alert. You also gotta stay alert for them stupid ass people that be doing that stupid ass street driving bullshit. You guys know I don't fucking like that shit. Absolutely not. It's stupid. It's dangerous. It's I hate it with a passion. I've always hated it. Always. It's the most irresponsible and idiotic thing that you can do, especially because when you misuse something, especially a fucking vehicle, that shit becomes a weapon and you will fucking kill somebody. We have so many hit and runs here in Colorado because of people street racing. I feel like I'm fucking going on rant. Don't be doing that shit, and if you fucking do that shit, I don't fucking like you. Anyways, so, you know, I be checking for stupid ass shit like that too. Colorado's full of some real dumbass people sometimes. But yeah, just check your rearview mirror all of the time. Trust me, it will save your life. And then also I've heard stories of like people noticing that cars are following them, so I'll also check for that. You know, make sure nobody's following you and shit, like all weird, all sketchy and shit. So the next tip is to check your side mirrors constantly. You know, it's like the same thing as like why I check my rear view mirror, and I also check it if I'm gonna switch a lane. I want to make sure that no car's like speeding up or anything. Just because, like I said, people like to drive stupid as fuck. In Colorado, we have so many accidents every single day. Oh my, when it snows, we be having pile-ups. It's, I don't know, just be a better driver. Alright, another tip is to keep distance between cars, because I hate when I'm in the vehicle with somebody and they are driving like fucking breathing down the neck of the person in front of it. Like, that is so dangerous. That is so dangerous. I always keep my distance all of the time. That time that I got rear-ended, if I would have been all fucking close to that other car, I would have hit the vehicle in front of me, because there was vehicles in front of me. So when that other car rear-ended me, like, my car just jumped forward, but I didn't hit anybody. So that's another thing. And with the rear view mirror thing, I also forgot. I also constantly checking it when I'm coming up towards stop signs and red lights. Just to make sure that nobody's coming up too fast behind me or whatever it may be. And I always scoot forward a little bit. If I feel like they're too close, if I check my rearview mirror and I feel like you're too close behind me, I will pull forward. And I hate when people, like, you know, I move forward and they move forward. You're like, no, fucking idiot, I'm moving forward because you're too close. I could feel you breathing. A car's coming up behind me too fast, or if there's like cars that are slowing down in front of me, I will start pressing my brakes desde cuando, so that my lights turn on, so that people see, oh, that car's slowing down, let me slow down too. Sometimes people be stupid as shit, but for the majority of the time when people see me pressing my lights, they also slow down. Alright, and then some tips for when you're not driving but you're walking to your car, whatever. You know, ladies, we gotta stay alert. I'm always checking. There are some places that I avoid just because they sketch me out. There are some places, some stores I will not go to because they fucking sketch me out. But you know, you gotta stay alert. So this thing is that you have to always, and my little brother told me this years ago, so I've been doing this for years, even before I had my nice ass vehicle. Check your back seat before you enter your car. Please check your back seat. I see a lot of stories of like people being kidnapped and stuff, and you know that's not gonna happen to none of us. So make sure that you check your back seat before you enter your car. I always check my back, like that you ain't gonna catch me slipping. Another thing, and this is very important, you guys, ladies, fucking anybody, because we all could get kidnapped. Lock your doors immediately after you enter your vehicle. Do not be all distracted and shit and, you know, just go into your car and chill. No, you have to lock them doors. I've been seeing a lot of videos, you know, all over Facebook and Twitter of like you know, people that don't lock their door as soon as they go in, and then somebody comes up and tries to open the back seat to take their kid, or like, you know, I feel like I'm going on a lot of rants, but there's this case that, I mean, I was already locking my door and shit before this, but there was this case that Daniel Hallen actually covered. I love true crime. True crime is my shit. And honestly, I'm so tempted to start doing true crime, but I feel like I can't be like respectful of like the killers and shit. You know, I'm gonna be cussing up a whole storm time like, oh, that killer, fucking rapist ass. I don't know. I'm gonna just be saying some stupid shit, so I don't know. I'm tempted, but I don't know if I could be respectful. Okay, well, Daniel Hallen covered that there was this case of a guy that kidnapped a woman outside of a mall. The cops found her later and she was deceased. And you know, when they caught the killer and everything, and they were asking him like, well, why did he do it, or like, what did he have against her or whatever, he basically said it was just a crime of opportunity. He just seen her and she was distracted when she was walking to her vehicle. She just got into her vehicle. I don't even know if she had closed the door yet. I can't remember if she went in and didn't lock her door, if she just sat in her car and didn't close in the door yet. The whole point is he saw it as an opportunity to commit a crime, so he kidnapped her and then did what killers do, and he killed her. He did it because it was a crime of opportunity. So you guys, please, 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 as soon as you get in your vehicle, lock them doors. Don't even fucking put on your seatbelt. Don't even nothing. Don't do anything else. Just as soon as you get in there, lock them doors. If you have one of those vehicles that, you know, once you put it in park, if it unlocks, lock the doors. My car does that. For any reason, if I go anywhere and if I put my car into park and it unlocks the doors, I lock the doors right away. I'm very paranoid, but I'm gonna live to be 100 because of it, so, you know, it is what it is. Another tip that I have here is, you know, for all my women out there, if you go to the grocery store, you know, you get the groceries and shit, when you're loading up your groceries, instead of unlocking your whole vehicle, I recommend to just unlock the trunk. Because like I said, I've been seeing videos, you know, of women that go to grocery stores, and these guys, you know, once they unlock the car, they find their way into the car while the muchachas are loading up the groceries. And fuck that. Like I said, we're not getting kidnapped. We're all living to be 100 up in this channel. You can't just unlock your trunk, not unlock the whole car. But if you have kids, what I do is, when I rarely, because I don't really like to take my kids out to the grocery store, I feel like it's dangerous, but the rare times I do take my kids, I will unlock the vehicle, put them in first, lock the vehicle again, and then just unlock the trunk. That way they're in there and everything's good. I have what are those, like those cars that can, so like the heater and the AC can be on in the car without the keys in the ignition. I don't know what those cars are called, but that's what I have. So that's what I do with the kids. If I put them in before I put in the groceries, I'll turn on the heater or the AC depending on the weather. I just wanted to share those tips with you guys because, like I said, we all need to stay safe. And we're all living to be 100 up in this channel. We're not getting kidnapped. Fuck that. Human traffickers. Fuck that. Sex traffickers. Y'all ain't taking us. Y'all ain't taking us. Alright. So, boom. What the fuck was this story about? Oh, it was about me driving my car to a ditch. Bam, like I said, it happened over the summer, and 2020 has been a wild ass ride, as you guys know. A lot of bad shit has happened this year. I feel like for all of us, and this was another thing that if I didn't act as fuck quickly as I did, bitch, you know, girl would have been a goner. Yes, how would have? You guys wouldn't be getting any of these good ass story times, any of me going on rants and shit. And I live in Colorado, but I be going down to Texas a lot because my mama lives over there, and she has lived over there for the past few years. And we want to spend time with my mom. Either she comes down here or we go down there. This past year, I feel like we've been going down to her place a lot. It's about a 12-hour drive. I'm a very alert ass person. I'm a very precautious person. And luckily I am, because like I said, that's why your girl is here today. That's why your girl's here right now. Because, you know, your girl almost died. I know the drive, like I said, is very, very long. I mean, it's not that bad because my kids are very chill. So the whole time they're just chilling. They don't be bugging nobody. They're very relaxed kids. I love my kids. And you know, I'm just chilling, you know, bumping my music, but also staying alert at all times. Staying alert. I seen something recently that was saying that like Texas roads are crazy dangerous, that people are constantly dying on these roads. You know, and I will say hell yeah, because I don't know what the fuck's up in Texas, but people be driving wild as fuck. I'm like, why are you guys like that? Like the speed limit, they're like, bitch, what speed limit? In Colorado, I have never, ever seen the work zone speed limit being higher than the regular speed limit. I'm like, what the fuck? Here, I've always seen them lower, you know? So if the speed limit's usually 65, when it's a work zone, it's like a 45, you know? It's always lower. But in Texas, for whatever reason, every time we're in the work zone, the speed limit is higher than the regular. And I'm like, what the fuck? Your girl doesn't speed. Yes, I'm one of those people that, bitch, if it's a 35, I'm going 35. I'm not speeding. Nope. And like I said, I do it not just for me, but, you know, like I do it for the people around me too. Like, las cosas pasan bien rápido and shit, and you decide that you fucking want to be Miss Little Speed Racer and shit, and you could fucking kill somebody, and that's not right. That's not right. You know, and a lot of people, they got kids in the car, you know, just because you want to be driving all stupid as fuck, you could take somebody's kid, like... Anyways, when I'm going down to Texas or coming back from Texas, I have to go through New Mexico for a few good hours. This story happened here, like I said, over the summer, and it happened when I was coming back from my mom's house. Once I get out of Texas, I feel pretty relieved, you know, because I feel like in New Mexico they don't drive as crazy as in Texas. But there is a lot of signs, I mean a ton of them. The crash site of where people have died, you know, with like the crosses or the teddy bears or the flowers or the signs. You see so many of those. I'm like even on higher alert that I'm like that, you know. I don't want to die over here, like not here, you know. I said I'm gonna live to be 100, so I have to. We're in New Mexico and I'm on this long ass road. Now I don't know the names of these roads or whatever, because I just follow the GPS. That's literally all I do. If the GPS fucking tells me to drive into a lake, I might drive into a lake, because I'm gonna just do what the GPS says. These roads are pretty familiar to me because I've done the drive so many times. But I'm driving and I come upon this truck. The speed limit here was about, like, I want to say like 65, maybe 75. 65 or 75. And I come upon this truck, and this truck is going way slower than that. And I pulled up behind this vehicle. I'm going about 55. So that's a big ass difference from like 65 to 75 down to like 55. Yeah, I think it was 75, because I'm pretty sure it was a 75, because them roads be going, that speed limit, high as fuck over there. I come up behind this truck, and this truck had like a trailer attached to it, and it was carrying this big container that had fluid in it. I don't know what it was, but it was this big ass container, so I'm guessing that's why they were driving so slow. Girl, your girl's respectful, so you know I'm keeping my distance, just driving, just chilling, you know. Like, I'm not really in a rush to get home, because around the time that we're gonna arrive in Colorado, it's gonna be traffic hour, and I'm like, you know what, it is what it is. See, llego en la noche and shit, llego en la noche. Like, it is what it is. With these roads, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of the ones that I have to drive on are just one way, like one lane road. There are some spaces when you're driving that you can pass. So I kept thinking, like, should I pass this vehicle or nah? I don't know. Because I would pass a lot of like those passing zones, but I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Just because I get kind of scared sometimes, because there has been a decent amount of times where I'm almost fucking hit by another vehicle because they're driving towards me. Does that make sense? So they're like trying to pass another vehicle, and I'm going this way and they're coming this way, and we're in the exact same lane. That's happened to me so many times, and I've had to like brake all kinds, and I'm like, oh my god. So I'm like, nah, like, I'm good, like, you know, I'm not in a hurry, we'll be okay, you know. I don't want to like try to pass this vehicle and then I fucking get hit by like a semi or something, or like, you know, I'm driving and I haven't seen another vehicle in a while besides just me and this truck, right? But you know, like I said, I constantly still check my mirrors just because you never know. Well, luckily I did, because as I'm driving and I check my rearview mirror, I see this big ass vehicle. I'm assuming, oh, that must be a semi. And I'm seeing it, and it's very little, you know, and a few seconds pass, you know, and I do my regular check my rearview mirror, and when I do, this vehicle, I could clearly see it is a semi, and I'm like, damn, I kind of feel like he's hauling ass. I'm driving, you know, and I keep checking, and yeah, he's definitely hauling ass, because I can see the full semi now, and I'm like, oh my god, because I'm still stuck behind this truck that is going under the speed limit. Like I said, a thing that I do to try to avoid accidents and shit. If there's a vehicle in front of me that's going slower than the speed limit, which means I'm going slower than the speed limit, I like to press my brakes. Not actually press on the brakes, but just enough so the lights light up, like my brake lights light up. You know, so the cars behind me know, like, oh, she's pressing the brakes. It must mean that she's slowing down or she's about to brake, whatever. You know, so I start doing that. And I'm doing this constantly so that this semi sees. Like, look, sir, slow down, sir. Look, my brake lights are on, sir. Please slow down. Please, sir, slow down. What does this semi do? He don't give a fuck. He's just hauling ass. And I'm like, oh my God, no. Sir, please, you need to slow the fuck down. We're a few miles away from a turn that we have to do. It's this turn that takes you to like this whole other, like, I don't know if it's like a highway or like a, I don't know, it's another way that you have to go fast as fuck. The GPS was telling me we're like about 3 miles away from that turn, alright? So I'm like, alright, you know, hopefully this guy sees, you know, my brakes because I'm turning the months, or like, please, you need a brake because, you know, when we come up to that turn and shit, like, you really need to slow down because I don't want to be taken by a semi. I don't want that. I got, you know, like I said, I got my beautiful ass car, but it's a car. A car. It's not a fucking truck. It's not a semi. You know, if you hit me with your semi, you could just fucking take me. I'm getting a little bit nervous, you know. I'm trying to, like, you know, like, you know, I'm like, everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay, but like, hopefully this guy sees that my brakes are turning on, sir. I know that my brake lights work. My dad checks my vehicle. Everything in the car works. So, he's coming a lot closer, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm getting stressed out, stop, man. Because semis, like, please do, like, my dad has his CDL license. My dad be driving big ass trucks and shit, you know, so he tells me, like, what stuff should I avoid doing around semis and all of that. I said, you be real cautious. You know, and I know that with them, it's a lot more work to actually slow down or like to emergency brake. You know, I keep pressing my brakes, and I see him and he's not slowing down. So we come up to this turn, right? Well, we're coming up to the turn. Let me show you. I got these vehicles. I got my kids' toys to show you guys. So this is going to be that big ass semi. Okay. This is going to be that truck that I told you guys about that has a trailer. This is not a truck, but I mean, for educational purposes, we're going to pretend this is a truck. And this is your girl with her kids in the car. And Panchito was there. I got a very precious cargo in my vehicle right now. So, let me show you guys. Let me move the camera so you guys can see this. So, for educational purposes, we're going to use these vehicles right here. This is going to be that way that we're supposed to turn, right? So, there's one lane coming this way and one lane going this way. And we're in the lane that's going this way. This lane will start to expand a little bit so that you can make that turn so these vehicles could keep going, right? But it's only a little bit of space. Here's this car going slow as fuck. So your girl is also going slow as fuck. Keep pressing on my brakes, hoping that semi sees me. He's hauling ass, right? He's hauling ass. I can feel him breathing down my neck. So this car starts to brake almost completely because we're about to turn. He's slowing down and I'm right here, right? Behind him because I also need to turn. And for whatever fucking reason, this semi starts to go into also the turning lane while not slowing down. So he's not slowing down, but he's coming into the turning lane. When I seen that he was coming and he was not slowing down whatsoever, I had a choice to make, right? Because if this semi comes and if I do not move out of his fucking way, no, I gotta get back home to my dad. He's expecting us. This vehicle has almost completely slowed down, and I make the choice and I make sure that there's no car behind me, and I go, and this fucking semi is taking up both lanes, like the turning and the going straight lane. So I don't know what his plan is. I don't know what he's gonna do, but your girl's not gonna die today, not today. So what I do, I go into the ditch. So I had to drive my car into the ditch. I'm gonna insert a video right here that I seen on TikTok, scary as fuck, and I was like, that's right, I was right to move out that fucking way because them semis be taking people. There's this crazy ass video on TikTok of a semi truck plowing through traffic to hella cars. Watch, I'll insert it right here so we could all see this shit together. Look at that. Look, bitch, that would have been me. That would have been me. And then that would have been that car in front of me. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Look at that. I mean, he's still going. He's still taking cars like nothing. Okay? Like nothing. Let me fix the camera. I feel like it's a little crooked. We're a little crooked over here. Alright. So, bam. Your girl is in a ditch. So the ditch wasn't super deep. The ditch was like this. I didn't go in like this. I went in like this from the side. But I went in and I had to slow down all kinds of shit. That truck was barely making that turn, and the semi realized, oh, I'm gonna fucking hit this person, that truck that's right there. When I drove into the ditch, he decided to go into to the ditch too. So he goes into the ditch a few feet away from me, but he goes in and he looks so fucking scared, because I looked and he was looking at me and he was all scared. Like, sir, you could have killed me today. You could have killed me today, and my children, and Panchito, bebecito, mi muñequito. Like, that was his first fucking road trip, and he was gonna die. My kids were like, what happened? Why are we here? What did you do? And I'm like, in my inside, my heart is going like this. I feel like I want to throw up. But, you know, on the outside, I'm like, oh no, we're okay. We just moved out of the way to avoid the semi. We're okay. But I'm so fucking scared. And, oh my god, it's stupid fucking semi. I was so like, oh. And he was in the ditch a few fucking feet away. Todo asustado, pinche pendejo. I think he pulled into the ditch because, for one, he tried to avoid hitting that fucking truck with the fucking fluid in there. Imagine that shit would have been gas. Imagine. He did that to avoid hitting that truck, number one. And number two, because I think that he thought that he hit me. Because of the way that it all happened so quickly. But, you know, it happened because I reacted so quickly. Like, you know, because I, like, thought about it so fucking quick. You know, it's one of those split-minute decisions that, you know, when I started to slow down, because I needed to make that turn. When I seen that he wasn't going to slow down, I said, fuck that. If I stay here, he's going to fucking take me. I got a car compared to this big-ass semi. Like, he's going to... No. You know, so I did the right fucking thing. I moved out the way and fucking went into that ditch, because I don't know which way he was gonna turn. He didn't have his directionals on. He wasn't braking. So why the fuck you go into that turning lane, sir? And then the thing is that was stressing me out is he's fucking taking up both of the lanes. Like, that turning lane isn't that long, but he was driving up both of them in the turning lane and in the going the straight lane. Like, sir, pick one. Which one are you gonna do? Anyways, so after that, you know, I said, fuck that. I made sure that there's no cars coming. And then I went and got back on the road and made my turn. And, you know, I thought asustada and shit. And I was all like panicking and shit. But I was like, you know what? We're okay. We're safe. We survived. I need to make sure that my car's okay, because I fucking just drove her into a fucking ditch. So I pulled over, and from where I pulled over, I could still see the semi driver, and he was still over there in that ditch. And I got him, you know, make sure my car ain't got no scratches, she good, make sure I didn't fuck up the tires, they good, everything's good, we're all good, you know. And like, me persine, and you know, I was like, you know, my brother was watching out for me. I got back on the road and tried to push it out of my mind, because I'm like, I'm already paranoid as fuck, you know, I don't want to be thinking about this shit the whole fucking time. And we were okay, you know, my car was okay, everything good. But it was a really fucking scary experience, because that semi was huge. And I mean, we just seen on that video what that semi did, and you know, it said that they like killed one person. I'm willing to bet it was the first car that he took. I'm willing to bet it was the first car that he took. Very scary, you know. And I was good. I'm like, yeah, you know, if you're a semi driver, mad respects, because I know that shit ain't easy. But it's like, we have to be alert for you guys. You know, you guys have to be alert for us, because there's been so many times where I've almost been hit by a semi, or I don't like driving next to them. I get nervous when they're driving behind me. I'd rather be behind them, because there's just been scary times. Yeah, you guys, that's the story of why I had to drive my car into a ditch over the summer. But she's good, we're good, nobody died. I'm a very cautious person. If you guys don't know, I'm an only child now, and that's not the way it was a few years ago. If you guys don't know, my little brother, he died after he was in a hit-and-run car accident. It was a very traumatic thing, and I know that we can't control our destiny, or we can't control the way that we die. But I'm like, fuck that. I'm not gonna go out in a car accident. I cannot put my parents through that. So, you know, like, I know that to you guys might be like, man, that girl's just very paranoid. She's very like, she's a little crazy. But, you know, I'm paranoid because, you know, I can't do that to my parents. And also because I got kids. And then because also my kids are always in the car. Like that. I ain't gonna lose my kids either. Drive carefully. Always be alert. Please be cautious. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this story and all my rants in the story. I feel like I can't just say the story. I just have to be throwing in all this random ass shit. But these tips and tricks are gonna save your lives. And like I said, everybody up on this channel, anybody that subscribes to my channel, we're gonna live to be 100. We're gonna keep popping out stories and shit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a like, give it a share, follow me, you know, subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't, because everybody keeps sleeping on your girl and I feel like your girl pretty funny. I do have more story times. There's just so many videos that I want to do, but you know, depression. Go check out more of my storytime videos. I feel like I'm pretty funny. Yes, and then also go check out my friend's shop. It's Kanda.com. I'll link it down below so you guys could go check out the store. Super fast shipping and very cheap shipping, because there's been other boutiques here in Colorado where they charging me all kinds for one shirt. Like, are you coming from out of state? Go check out her shop. Go give them some love. They also have an Instagram. I'll also link that down below. Stay safe. I will see you guys in my next video. Go show my TikTok some love and go watch all my other videos. Tell people to subscribe to my channel.
Subscribe to Mama's channel.
Thank you, Mama.
You're welcome, Mama.
Alright, you guys. I will see you guys in my next video. Oh my goodness.
Mama.